Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I guess I know I've told stories about Xena, my travel companion, for years. Went on motorcycle trips, stuff like that. She went with me all through Central America, all the way up to Canada, over to Miami. We did all that on a motorcycle. and I forgot I had her. She was with me. She retired her last 2 years of her life, and she stayed in Oklahoma. But before that, she was with me through Central America, and a lot of adventures we went on together. I didn't realize how well trained she was. I just took it for granted because she could do so much. I can't even list it. I got a bunch of videos on her, but the funny thing is, you notice I haven't been all that worried about women here lately. And the reason was, I got another dog. And it was an accident. It was a stray. But it was a German Shepherd. It was all skinny, and it came off the road. I don't know how long it's been on the road. And so I took him in, and I started training him. And he was about 2 years old, and good dog, very good. It took him a little bit to figure out I was the boss. But then again, it took a little bit for me to remember I forgot how to train dogs. It's been so long. I say 2002, 2003, I guess, is when I really was starting to train Xena. And and like I say, I forgot. And so then I've been working with him. And I call him James, like James Bond. And he was good. The only problem was Xena run about 50 pounds. And he was between 65, 70, something like that. And then I say when I got him, and then I've been fattening him up and educating him, and we've been having a lot of fun. And then I never taught him to bite. And the reason was, he's a German Shepherd. They're pretty protective animal anyway, so I thought there was no reason to teach him to bite. So when it's time to bite, he'll bite already. So, but the thing was, and he was good. Didn't bark that much. He was pretty good. But when he did bark, he scared everybody. And that was the problem I had. I mean, after all, this is a hotel. We've got a lot of people coming in and out of this place all the time. And so I was always scared he was going to scare somebody. This is a big place. So people will come in, they'll get a room, they'll walk all over, they'll jog all over. It's a big protective area. And I thought about teach them to be a personal protection dog. And I thought, we have a night watchman, or night guard, I guess, armed guard. He goes around the place all night long. And I thought about giving him to, or not giving him to him, but letting him walk with James and protect the area. I thought about that. The only thing was, the guy wasn't too good with dogs, and I was scared that James might, bark at somebody, or worse yet, bite somebody. Down here, biting is no big deal, but the fear of having a dog coming at you is pretty nasty, and I don't want to do that to anybody. The last person I want to do it to is one of our guests. So what I ended up doing is, I finally figured out, well, and I'd love to have James taken back to the States with me. I could take him back and, do things with him up there. But I say, most of my time is here at the hotel. So I really don't have enough time to give him all the exercise that he needs. And so what I ended up doing is took him down to the police department. And it's funny because I've never told the police who I am, what I do. Normally, when I go into an area in the United States, I go to the police chief or the sheriff and introduce myself, because I'm not a threat to anybody, and I try to get along and I try to help people. So what I ended up doing was giving them to the police, and it was funny because it was on a Sunday, and so I went in there, and I had to take a translator with me, and so the translator was explaining that I wanted, if they were interested in having a canine in their department, I'd be willing to give them the dog and give them more training. Well, I'm going to teach the trainer, the dog handler. I'll train him on how to train the dog. And so it was funny because we were at the police department, and there was like a dozen cops all standing around, and the dog did good. It's not, like I say, well-mannered. And I'd walk around and I'd stop, and then the dog would sit, and everybody was watching, and like I say, I can't talk, so I just walk over here and stop, and the dog would sit, and walk over there and the dog would sit, and we just kept going until finally the police chief came. And then he said that they've been looking for a canine, but they're awful expensive. And I said, yeah, they sure are. And so he got a hold of the police commissioner, and the commissioner came down. And then so I had the chief and the commissioner there, and through the translator we were talking, and I was explaining to them about what the dog should do good if that's what they're looking for, and it should help the image of the police. See, the police, I've mentioned it before, police and military are involved approximately in the way of kidnappings. They're involved in about a third of the kidnapping. Another third of the kidnapping is from bandits. I mean, real kidnappers. and then another third of the kidnapping is done by family members. That's just approximate. It's kind of hard to figure all this stuff out because they don't keep any data on this stuff. And but anyway, that's about what it is. And so and the police are known for their corruption. And so I told them this would be a good way to let the police have a good image. And so then we talked about it, and I told him I'll give him the food. I got the food bowl, I've got his leash, I've got everything for him. And like I say, I'll teach him how to do it. And we did. We'd walk around town, and it's funny because the police don't say anything to anybody. They're a bunch of bullies. So now this cop, I told him, what you do is you say, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. You say that to everybody. And whenever we walk around and the dog's on the leash, you could see the population would watch. They'd really watch. They never seen anything like this. And then he'd stop and the dog would sit. And then I told him, okay, to get started, you have to kind of take it easy because the dog's got to get used to all these people. And so always stand between him and the people. And so, and we'd walk around, and I said, good evening, and he'd say, good evening, everybody, and stuff like that. And, you know, everybody was really impressed with the dog. And I told him, don't make sure nobody feeds them, and you give them the water, and you are 100% responsible for them. And so they did. And he did really good, but I think it was the long term. People don't understand when you have a dog and you have them well trained, it takes a lot of time. And they even asked me if I'd train a dog. And I said, yeah, I'd be more than happy to. $5,000 US, and I'll train him. Well, there's no way they won't pay me, so I said, no problem. And, but anyway, I kept in touch with the trainer, the handler. And then I saw on Facebook, somebody sent me a picture. And what they did is he put the dog in the back of a pickup. The police use pickups down here. So he was in the back of a pickup. And he chained him in the back of the pickup, and then he left. And then right after he left, he said he was only gone for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. He come back, the dog jumped off the side, and it was kind of hanging there on the side. And somebody got a picture of it, put it on Facebook. So made the cops look bad, look really bad. And so then, and it was just too much. It was just too bad for them. They couldn't fix the image that they already screwed up. And then, and then now it's funny because after I saw it, I got a hold of him trying to find out, well, okay, what's the story on the dog? What are you going to do? What do you want me to do? And all this stuff. And they couldn't ever make up their mind. And then finally, just today, I got word that they took the dog to Guatemala City, and is going to start working with the Special Forces, Guatemala Special Forces. So I was really impressed. I know it's a good dog, and but like I say, you got to know what you're doing. So I think now I'm gonna be looking for another dog. It won't be a German Shepherd. I don't think I really want another protection dog. I like Xena, everything about her. She was big enough she could bite. She was small enough where I could carry her, say put her on a motorcycle, put her in the car. I could do lots of stuff with her. And so I think, and she was, Xena was a mixed, let's see, boxer, red heeler, and dingo mix. And so I'm probably going to start looking and seeing what I can get into. I'm getting another dog. I'm still not sure if I want to get one down here. I know as when I had James, driving around was really nice. I mean, I forgot how much Xena protected me as we drive around. I could leave my car anywhere. Police, military didn't bother me. It was just a lot easier. So, but I'm not sure if I want to get one down here. I am making preparations to go back to the States. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about this. But I can see maybe a dog is back into my future. And I may even just start training dogs or trainers and handlers, dog handlers and stuff like that, on people to take care of their own dogs. I never thought about it so much, but now I'm known down here in Guatemala now as a dog handler. So I might get some work down here, and I know I've already got a couple requests in the States, but we'll see. We'll see. I just wanted to get you an update on what I've been doing and how it's been working out. This is Mike, NoStressMike.com.